Hi, man.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Great.
Kunjani.
Yeah, Yapi.
Yeah?
I'm alright.
You
I
thought I
see
was
you learned some things. Yeah. Oh, good.
All
I'm
right.
good.
Welcome, Kwesta.
Thank you for having me.
You're a music artist. You're also a producer, and you're also a business mogul. Maybe what is it that we don't know about Kwesta?
Quite a bit. I mean,
Okay.
I listen to country music.
Is it? That's a
Yeah, it's
lie.
weird. I'm
Okay.
serious. Yeah.
Okay.
I listen to country music. I used to play soccer.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the first dream before I got into rap was
Music.
to play soccer.
Okay.
But I think now people kind of know that. And I don't know, man. I'm regular dude.
Okay.
I'm just regular guy from next door.
When you say regular, what do you mean?
I
Because
mean,
I don't think you
you
are
see,
that
you said
regular.
when we started the show, you said special guest.
Yes.
I'm just a guest.
Ah.
Yeah,
No, you are special though. You have a lot of people, especially the young people, looking out to you. Remember when we saw so many clips that you come into Malawi? Everybody
Yeah.
made buzz about it.
You think or you wish that everything goes well, and
Yeah.
you wish that people will enjoy the performance and everything else when you get to a new space or a new country for the first time. But I got here and it felt like everybody knew.
Yes.
It's like so there was a certain welcome that I got that I didn't expect.
Wow.
Right, first of all, because I always think of myself as just a guest, not a special guest, right? And I was treated so specially. I guess I kind of have to train my brain to start thinking of
Yes.
myself in that way or whatever. But I mean, to me, the love that Malawi has shown, just generally as a country and as a people and as lovers of music, to what I do, is crazy.
Amazing. Well, I did a little digging into your background.
Whoa.
I saw that there are some endorsement deals, multinational, I mean, I would say
Did you
multinational
ignore my
deals.
criminal records?
Is there one? I didn't see
Nah,
that.
there isn't. There isn't.
So I just wanted to find out. You're young. Well, I would say
Relatively.
relatively. Okay, hypothetically speaking, I would say. But
The
then,
biggest rapper in Africa right now is 22 years old.
lie. And who's this guy?
This is Nasty C. So
Ah.
I'm 30. So
Oh,
I'm
you're
not
30.
young anymore,
But you're still young, though.
I guess.
Now, looking at the achievements, my question is: these endorsement deals, you are into so many business, or I would say, agendas. How has this impacted you as an artist, especially in South Africa? Not just an artist, but a rapper.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of helps with. I got a family, right? So why these things then become important? They become important because then they kind of determine or are kind of a place you can. They create a passage to a safer net. Because what I do has never been safe. Just generally, it's music, right?
Yeah.
It's up to people whether they like it or don't like it and things like that. So with business deals, you try and settle things for my daughter's name is Kai, right? So you try and do things for Kai.
Okay.
I'll go stupid in my music and do my music stuff.
It's for
and
Kai.
yeah, but everything else is I still my only passion is music. Everything else I do because it's brand extension,
Yes.
and it's also just a safety net for my family. To tell you that, to be completely 100% honest with you,
Okay.
I have no passion in starting up the next big company of technology or whatever. But I've no passion in that. But I will delve into it and maybe invest in it because somebody has a passion. So I'll invest in their passion
Yeah.
just so it provides for the safety net that I'm trying to create. But my passion will always be music, regardless of where you find me in business.
That is amazing. I also saw somewhere that read that you've brought 3 major international artists to South Africa. I think this is from America. How was that? How did that go?
It was crazy, man. I mean, it was crazy, man. There's a guy we used to work with. We used to work with.
Okay.
His name is Lou Africa, right? And he's kind of the guy that kind of set it up
Okay.
so we can get close to having a conversation with what type of artist I would like on certain songs and things like that. But the main goal was to let them hear the music and then see if they mess with it. And if they do, then they can jump on. And if they don't have to. So what sold everything was the music more than just a good pitch,
Okay.
right? It was always listen to it. If you don't like it, you don't like it, you know. And if you do, then you do. But also the guys that heard the music were also nice enough to come to the country, SA and record the videos. You know, I mean, Ross took a picture of my grandma. You
Yeah.
know, so to extend yourself to that extent is just something crazy, which is always something I always take from every artist. I believe that every artist is dope in their own personal right, but I I like artists for the other things, you know, for the
Okay.
little other things
Okay.
that no one might see. You know, I mean, if I'm Ross, I'm not taking a picture with nobody's grandma, you know, but he did. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So that extends the fact that I liked him as a rapper. You know, if I'm Wale, I'm not going to some field
Yes.
in Home or whatever. But you know what I mean? So all those things are things I also sort of look for in an artist that I look up to. You know, for me to look up to you, it's more than just bars and good songs. It's everything else. It's how you just are as a human being. Are you still human? Right? Because a lot of the artists stop being human and they
Yes.
just become machines that just produce hits, and then that's why I can't connect with them. So I'm glad that the people that can connect with my music have it been a Ross and a Wale, you know, and a Rich Homie Kwan is because just generally I also mess with how far they stretch themselves for a guy for a Gatlo homeboy, you know what I mean? So
Okay.
so yeah, I mean it was great of them to do that
Yeah.
and yeah, and we do that and I guess it's something that people appreciate, you know. I mean the Ross joint is not out, the Rich Homie Kwan joint is not out yet, but the Wale joint Spirit everyone's loving, you
Yeah.
know, and yeah, more is to come. Yeah.
Just that you've mentioned Spirit, tell me more about that song. I feel like there's a very inspirational message in it, and the way
Yes,
it came
definitely.
out, it hit the very same moment. Tell me more about this song. What inspired Spirit? What's the background about it?
It was so there's a it's like a thin line between. I've always thought there was a thin line between what you do and why you do it, you know, and where you do it. There's like thin lines across all those things. Like I got to a point where I had to remind myself where I'm from and who I am, right? As a being. I mean, I'm just from the hood, bro. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you and act like I'm from a bougie place, you know. And also, I'm not gonna use the fact that I'm from the hood as a point where I want people to have pity on me. I don't want your
As an
pity.
excuse
Yeah,
in life.
yeah. It's not an excuse. I don't want your pity. I don't want. But I'm from here. So regardless of how high my career goes, I don't want to forget where I'm from, and that's what the song is about. It's really
Okay.
about embracing where you're from and what you're about, and also just taking on where you try. The spirit part of it is the spirit to be able to take it from whatever humble beginning to the next phase. You know what I mean? It was really a song about being proud of where I'm from. You know, I'm from Katlo. I'll say that anywhere in the world, and also just embracing it and not being forced to believe that I'm from somewhere else because a certain group of people expect you when you do this to be from
Yeah.
a specific place, you know. If that makes me different, then hell, so be it, you know. But the song is just about celebrating who we are and not being afraid of where we come from and having the spirit to take this because we know that where we come from, we don't have too many opportunities. Having the spirit to take it to them and say, this is what we made. So don't try own it by force. You know, this is what we made and this belongs to us. We're just going to come give it to you because you're the commercial space, you know, but we still know who we are. So that's what the song is about.
You do know that you have a lot of responsibility, right, when it comes to the young people.
Yeah.
A lot of young people look up to you. I've also seen back into your background that there was a certain point you had to leave high school
Yeah.
to focus
Yeah.
your education. Maybe what I can ask you lastly would be, how did that happen? And mom, your mom, how is her reaction towards that moment?
I think for me it's still one of the craziest parts of my life, right? Because I was a good child, right? I was a good child growing up. I was never really that naughty. I was a good pupil, student. You know, I was a good scholar,
Okay.
also. You know, I just found something I loved that went against both those things that I was good at. You know, that went against my mom, so it went against me being a good child. That went against me staying in school. So it went against me being a good scholar,
Yeah.
and the decision had to be made. I had to make it now and go. What am I going to do? Am I going to please? Am I going to live the type of life where I lived it to please my mom,
Or you're going to do something that you
yeah,
love.
do I want to do something that will end up fulfilling my mom, not just please her, right? Because she would have been pleased by a degree.
Yeah.
Would have been well done.
Okay.
Now she's fulfilled because she sees the happiness in me, and that's what she generally in the back of her head
Yeah.
wanted, and the degree would have been a safety net or whatever. And so I dropped out of school and ran away from home. And went and lived. Yeah, I also didn't, because my mom's a teacher, right? So she's not gonna have.
wasn't gonna work.
There's no way you are not going to school and you are living in her house and she's a
Exactly.
teacher. I
Exactly.
understand. So I ran away and I went to go live in the studio. Pretty much, I lived in the studio, and it took me like about a year and a bit, maybe a year and a half. And then I came back home to say I had a record deal. Right? And I finally found, and I think in that year and a half I'd recorded about, I don't know, 75, 80 songs, and also features. Whatever. So all in all, I'd recorded about on 100 and something songs. Right?
Okay.
And I took those to Bada Bing, who's a group, who was a record label that housed quite a camp and everybody. So when I took my demo there, and then I went back home with Sugar Smacks and Slicker to explain to my mom that it's real.
This is
it's
my
happening. Yeah,
goal.
this is
This
what I
is
want
my
to do.
vision.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? And yeah, so that's how that came up. I had to be stubborn with my dreams. You know what I mean?
Amazing.
I had to be really stubborn. I disappointed my mom for a bit, but you should see her now. I do, however, think education is very important.
Yes. Now, I've recently seen that you've gotten married. And
Oh,
there's-
yes.
Oh yes! Congratulations, eh?
Thank you so much.
And then you have a beautiful daughter.
Daughter, yeah.
Yes. How is it like? How's life and music with family?
It's crazy. Like it literally influences my writing, right? And how I write music and how
Okay.
I write about women.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, because I chose one to spend the rest of my life with, and I have a child that's going to grow into a woman, and I was raised by a woman. So
Yes.
kind of all those things. And now that you think about it, you've gone through 3 generations of women, or and so it kind of changed. It changes my writing, and also just as a guy, as a rapper. I mean, we're supposed to be reckless. We're supposed to be just talking
Yes.
F-ish, this, that,
All
and the
around
third,
there.
right? Yeah, we
Especially
just-
that you're a rapper.
yeah, because I'm a rapper, I'm supposed to
You're
do that.
supposed to,
right?
apparently.
Yeah, and I'm like, am I? Really?
Doesn't she
does
come
it not
to you?
work with also personal wants and personal
Yes.
goals? Can I not achieve those and still be rapper, right? Or does it mean that if I do that, then I'm sacrificing one for the other?
Yes.
And I'm like, bro, nah, I could. It doesn't change anything. I can still out rap any single man out there.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Doesn't she
any,
come in and
any
change
single
you?
rapper out there, I can still out rap regardless of my marriage
Okay.
and my family situation. The raps don't change, right? Well, the ability to rap doesn't change.
Doesn't
It
change.
just changes what I rap about now.
Okay.
Which then rappers will go, he's gone soft, right? Which is
Of course
fine. It
it-
puts me
yeah.
in a great position to show y'all that I haven't, But yeah, I mean, there's dynamics to everything, there's now, I feel like I've known her for 10 years, right? So it's
Oh.
not like I married a person I just met and
High
we
school
just got
sweethearts?
married. Not really high school, right before.
Ah.
I mean, right after.
Right after high school.
Yeah, and I mean, we've been together for 10 years, so she understands this thing I've been doing, or I've been trying to do, I understand her, she understands me.
Amazing.
What we're trying to figure out together is how to build a reputable family and a respectable family, and family values and things like that, and goals, and that's what we just trying to create. But as for how the dynamics work, we pretty much got that on lock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, if Kwesta's not in the studio writing music, what is he doing?
Nothing else.
Nothing else.
I'm at home.
Okay.
I'm at home. Yeah, I'm with family, and if I'm by myself, I'm playing PlayStation. If I'm by friends, I mean, I literally have, like, if it's so weird. If my life is boring,
Is it? Well,
Well, by
that,
boring, I mean
uh-huh.
like if I'm not here on TV or on stage or in the studio, I'm literally just
Chilling at
yeah, I'm
home.
chilling at home.
Okay.
Literally, I'm with fam, I'm with close friends, very close, like and I'm PlayStationing or writing.
Okay.
Like my hobby is writing music, is writing lyrics. That's literally what I do on the side.
Amazing.
And reading here and there, but
Oh, wow.
I write more than I read.
Is it?
Yeah.
How many books so far have you read
In my lifetime.
in your lifetime?
It's not a lot, it's not some crazy number, but I think I'm still on about what, 15, 14. It's
Okay.
crazy. I'm a lazy reader. That's what I'm saying. I write more than I
You
read.
call yourself lazy?
I don't know how many books I've written.
Okay.
Not official books, but
Okay.
with the how many books you could make with what I've written, that could be something else. But yeah, I write more than I read.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Maybe my last question should be, what sets you apart from the rest of the rappers out there?
It's always difficult because it's always difficult to answer that because there's I'm not a fan of Kwesta. I have to be him, so I can't. It's very difficult for me to step outside of Kwesta and look in because I'm trying. Kwesta and Senzo are literally what I've been trying to do with my whole thing is make them one person. So I can't step outside and look at whatever. But I think I'm nice. I think I'm a nice human being.
Okay,
I don't think a lot of rappers are.
okay,
I think I know the fame to be just that, just fame. I don't think a lot of rappers do. I think I rap for people more than I do about what I have or have accomplished or or about clothes or whatever, which there's nothing wrong with. But I think I rap more for or about and about the stories of people more than I do about look what I'm wearing
okay.
or look what I'm driving,
Makes sense.
or so I think that's what sets me apart. Whether it's good or bad, I don't care. That's just me.
Okay.
It's just
All
me.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say thank you so much that in this program you've given us a big background about yourself. And it's
you.
really amazing to have you in Malawi. And of course, we know that you're here for some days of you.
Yeah, I'm here for a few days. I will
Okay.
stay a day after the show and then
Okay.
and then I'll go.
Hey,
but,
okay,
yeah.
then high five,
If it
man.
were up to me, I wouldn't leave.
Is it?
Yeah, if it were up to me.
Let's adopt you.
I might as well. Second citizenship.
Yeah?
Yeah.